Sheriff, can you stand right there once? That's actually better.
Is that going to be right there?
Yeah, is that going to be too much of a pain in the ass? If it is, I'll do it from far back.
Yeah, that would be better, right? Yeah, maybe not all the way, but maybe. So here's the other thing.
It wouldn't let me stretch it in this view.
Oh, that thing, that
I had
view.
to put the...
Oh, okay, I see.
Sheriff,
Yeah,
stand
you
there.
got to go to Instagram view to get it stretched.
Okay.
Okay.
No, right.
Yeah, this is one. 07. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is Mark and Frederick. Don't ask me how I got here. You don't want to know. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. Testing, testing. Sound good? You got a good level? All right. So I guess they'll be doing this. Yeah, go ahead and roll Frederick County, Frederick police involved shooting, something like that.
We are going to Facebook March. Yes, ma'am. On our Facebook. The Frederick County Sheriff's Office. Thank you, Mike. I'm with the... Yeah. I mean, Lisa has it last I don't think Well, he's already been over taking photos.
Gonna work better if I
Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 1 1 1 2 1 2 1 2.
That whole line of cars that's in the front will not be used. They will. They'll get them out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys are great. They'll be back. Okay. I like to
see, my bracket was busted with the million. I had community college, Texas A&M, so that blew me up right there.
That was funny.
I even lobby this year. I'm always the first out.
I'll milk my No, they won't let me.
Hello, Ski. Happy Friday. How you doing, brother? You hear me? You see me? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. Okay, sounds good, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Everything worked out all right with the. You guys do anything with the driving arrest? Good.
I've been here so long.
They seriously are. No, great. Right? And the other well, born is great. Well, you told me I will get talking about bracket.
Mine got shot. Mine got absolutely demolished.
Okay, no, that's fine. But
I had concussion going. The only reason why I cared about mine is I didn't have charity. Literally.
And then Jordan's a smart guy. He just really thing he has all in his office and he said, I'm going to close your eyes. And then he made us raise our hands as to who, as he called each one. It's going to be like 78. And he never told us what the gun was. But then he made a decision. And then he was I think he's in majority. Paul's best candidate. We didn't have a his best candidate. Ryan, stand there.
yeah. Absolutely. Yep.
Yep. I'm not. I appreciate all your feedback, man. I got a lot of good experts here helping me out. What's that? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Todd, got a minute? Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Conference on the deputy-involved shooting is minutes away. Exclamation point. Oh, so you guys were in the parking lot. Mike was over.
Yeah, I saw him running around.
Yeah, he ran over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I guess. Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Everybody okay with audio levels? Check, check, 1 2 1 2.
Everybody here's good except for this guy right here. You gotta leave. Yeah, well, I yeah, but Bob Miller doesn't understand why I left.
the radio show to let Nate take care of this, to be out here and do this, because we have to have this information, and the audio and the video has to be the best quality. That's the world we're living in today, you know? I'm so
Yeah, take that mic flight right now.
I'm so thankful.
Look at me. I just text on there, text Nate, and okay, hey, what happened?
I think they want to take him live.
So are you going to be up here in my face?
Yeah. Jeez. Just him in there. Sheriff, you want to go up there?
Yep.
We can do it.
Ready? So, good morning, everybody. I'm Frederick County Sheriff Chuck Jenkins, and we're going to talk a little bit about what happened early this morning. At about 2:45 a.m., one of my deputies who was on a DWI operation for St. Patrick's Day attempted to stop a vehicle for suspected DUI and speeding on 270. The vehicle failed to stop. The pursuit started on 270, came down toward Kingsbrook, down Route 85. The pursuit ended on Castle Court in Kingsbrook. When the vehicles were stopped, the driver bailed out. There was a foot pursuit. The foot pursuit ended up over on Rooks Court, where the man that was shot fired at the deputy first. The deputy returned fire, and that was pretty much the event itself. The individual right now, and I don't have his full name. I have his name, but out of respect, I don't want to mispronounce it, so I'll let Mr. Weibel give it to you after the press conference here. But my understanding is, thankfully, he's alive, he's in stable condition. He was transported by ground to shock trauma.
Now, Sheriff, for people that don't know, there was a dense fog advisory at the time. It was very foggy. Can you kind of elaborate on the danger that the deputies faced in encountering somebody with a gun in dense fog?
Well, the foot pursuit itself, yeah, it lasted, it went from Castle Court to Rooks Court. It was foggy, it was very dark, limited street lighting. However, the radio traffic that the deputy provided during the foot pursuit was very clear in the fact that the man shot at him first. The deputy returned fire. Clearly, the deputy could experience that he was being shot at, and he returned the fire. So it's very clear cut. However, keep in mind the investigation is early. There's a lot to be learned yet.
And with the weather, you had to actually drive him instead of flying. Flying was not safe, correct?
Right. Helicopters weren't flying due to the fog and weather, so he was transported by ground to shock trauma.
How long did it take to get him there? Do you know?
I have no idea. I would suspect probably better than an hour, given the weather.
Chuck, was the deputy alone at the time of the shooting?
The deputy was alone, however. There was another deputy that was following in the foot pursuit, but as I understand it, the deputy did not witness the actual shooting. She heard the gunshots, did not witness the shooting. Pardon me? There were multiple shots. At this point, we're still trying to determine exactly how many.
Sheriff, here in the last few weeks, we've had officers shot. Unfortunately, 2 Frederick City officers were shot about 4 weeks ago. Can you speak to the culture? We're now in a culture where people feel emboldened to shoot at police and do that kind of thing.
I have no answer. I can't explain or begin to explain why people make the decisions they do, not to basically comply, obey the lawful orders of officers, stop when they're asked to stop. There's no reason why, and I can't begin to explain it. It's very frustrating that we've gotten to that.
Was the driver processed for DUI?
Well, no, the driver is the one who was shot. Okay, so obviously, the deputy, first of all, the deputy immediately attempted life-saving measures. Okay, at that point, trying to determine DWI is secondary to medical care. That'll be determined later.
Upper body gunshot, or can you say where?
You know, I can tell you he was struck, I believe I was told 3 times. I'm not sure exactly where.
Sheriff, can you comment at all on race of the person who was shot and the deputy?
The gentleman who was shot was African American. The deputy was white. Yes. And let me emphasize this. It makes absolutely no difference in the event. The fact is, this man shot at my deputy first. The deputy rightfully returned fire to defend himself. That's where it's at.
How long has the deputy been employed by your office?
I would say roughly around 5 years. No, this deputy was not. So right now we're in the middle of our body camera program, our pilot program. This particular team that he works on was not equipped with body cameras.
Sheriff, to the overall trend of police officer-involved shootings and gun violence in Frederick County specifically, is your agency reporting any increase interactions with deputies? Are you guys seeing extra weapons on the streets? What has that been like over the last, say, 6 months to a year?
I would say from the last over the last year, we've gotten a lot of firearms off of people who are prohibiting from owning firearms. As far as the deputies' interactions, listen, we've never experienced this in Frederick County. I can't explain why. I can't explain what's happened to society here that all of a sudden, police have become targets. I don't understand that. There's no reason for it. Those men and women have a job to do. They're simply out there doing their jobs.
Is this individual known to the agency?
He is not, as far as I know. He is not.
Where's he from?
I'm not sure of that, to be honest with
Do
you.
you know if he was legally in possession of the weapon? In other words, did he have criminal charges that you know of?
Whether or not he was prohibited from possession, I'm not sure. I don't know that yet. But I can tell you there was an arrest warrant, a body attachment for his arrest, so he was wanted.
Okay.
The Frederick County Sheriff's Office will be investigating. Well, let me make this clear. We reached out and contacted the Attorney General's office, the independent investigative unit, as we're required to do. They were advised. They made the determination they would not be investigating. They declined, so we're handling this.
Sheriff, can you comment on what the arrest warrant was for?
It was for body attachment, failure to appear in court for child support. Now, whether or not that's why he tried to elude police, I don't know.
Why did the Attorney General decline to oversee this case?
I can't answer that. You would have to actually contact their office, but they made that determination after they were contacted as required by law. They were advised, given an overview of what had happened. My understanding was they contacted shock trauma to find out the condition of the patient, and once they made that determination, they said, listen, we're not going to handle this. This is yours to take care of.
Was the driver the only person in the car at the time, or were there other individuals?
No, there was a passenger in the car, a single passenger. No one else was injured. That passenger is at our law enforcement center for questioning.
Is it male or female?
I'll say, I'll answer as far as it was a female, yes.
And this was, again, a St. Patty's. Were you guys attempting to stop him for suspected DUI?
Yes, well, what I was told, again, this was an operation for St. Patrick's Day evening. The deputy was on a part of that operation, and he attempted to stop the car. Again, high rate of speed, suspected driving under the influence.
Do you have any idea what the charges might be?
We haven't even discussed that yet, Bill.
How old was the suspect?
Okay, again, Mr. Weibel will give you all that information on his personal, his date of birth, his full name. Again, I don't want to get it wrong. And any other questions? Thank you all. I appreciate it. Again, I wish I could answer to why these things are happening. There is no answer for it. But again, remember, the men and women are out there on the street in law enforcement trying to protect their communities, both on the roads and in their communities. So thanks for coming out.
You have been watching coverage of Sheriff Chuck Jenkins addressing the